And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 2 of the Universal Open, presented by Brisk and 7-Eleven. And we'll start off by quickly apologising for some small technical issues we've just had there. We just took a little bit of time to make sure it's got sorted so we can give you guys at home, of course, the best viewing experience that we can. So thank you very much for holding on for just a few extra minutes there before we get into our game number 2. And that game number 2 is going to be Evil Geniuses taking on Kingdoom. We've already seen Cloud9 qualified, gentlemen. Evil Geniuses, though, they're going to be looking to possibly, well, potentially book that second qualification spot.
Yeah, Classics and Corrupted G, we talked about them a couple days ago. They looked okay. They didn't look like what we expected. I thought we'd get a bit more offense out of them. But we'll see
what did we expect?
Because they had to play Ducks on Quack, right? And Ducks on Quack was like, look, Evil Geniuses, you're not allowed to just, drive all over the pitch and do whatever you want. So I think we get to see what I think we expected out of EG in that first series. We'll see a lot more shots taken out of the midfield and just, hey, stop this ball and see if they can do it.
Okay, well, I'm sort of taking the opinion here of it's been 2 seasons now. The Classics is no longer, oh, he might be getting good at the game or he might drop at this point. Classics is top tier. All right, I'm putting my foot down here at this point and just saying, in general, we as a community need to start putting Classics towards the top because I feel like he's sort of, if sort of thought about us, okay, yeah, he's in that top sort of area, but he's not quite. There's always the thought of, oh, he might lose this one. He's not going to lose this one. He's too good for that at this point. He's got Corrupted G with him, a player that's just been ludicrously solid for the longest period of time. Kingdoom, I respect them. I don't think they have much of a chance here.
Okay, well, I mean, Shogun. All right, mate. Something happened in the break to you, didn't it? Someone didn't give you a drink or something, because no hope for Kingdoom. I mean, Evil Geniuses, you have to say, are the favourites coming into this one.
Yeah.
As you say, they were tested in their first game that we saw on Tuesday, I believe. Seems like a long time ago now. So it's going to be good to see these guys again, of course. And, of course, this is a qualification game. But it isn't the end of the road. If you do lose this game, you will get another shot. And either Evil Geniuses or Kingdoom, I believe, will be taking on... Soul.
No, Ducks on Quack.
No, Ducks on Quack will be waiting for them in the lower bracket. So a potential rematch there for that final qualification spot. But, I mean, Corrupted G and Classics, we talked a lot about them and obviously what they bring to the table, etc. Classics, you're saying, has now moved out from that kind of bubble, outside that top-tier player to that top-tier player. Let's talk about Doombug and Kingdoom, though. Sorry.
I know, right? I did it too. Doombug and King Ranny.
I managed to do it. Let's quickly talk about those because I believe we're getting into our game number 1 already. Another qualification spot up on the line. But what have they got to do, Achieves, in this game number 1 in order to maybe cause what would be an upset?
Well, we touched on a little bit. They're both pretty big 1v1 players. And I don't know. I want to see if they can dribble on Corrupted G and Classics. See if they get any space to exploit out of the midfield, or if Corrupted G and Classics try and do the exact same thing that they did to FlyQuest.
Yeah, for Kingdoom. Really did very well the other day when they actually started
Allegiance,
to...
not FlyQuest. Excuse me.
Well, they did well against them as soon as they started to actually utilize some of those 1v1 plays, take the ball down. But once the ball was up in the air, they were very much struggling in the first 2 games. Like Evil Geniuses might have the playstyle down pat, as we already see. Corrupted G, he thought about taking a bit of a swipe away at Doombug.
And again, I kind of expect to see a lot of that. A lot of shots from far away, and just see if Corrupted G and Classics chase it down in the opposition half.
King Ranny with the push out, and that's going to be a great block there.
So free.
Easy goal to put in, and that will be in the top right-hand corner. Kingdoom, just 1 challenge win, and that's all it took.
Yeah, and that was actually all Doombug back on his own half. I mean, not on purpose, but Classics was definitely trying to rotate out and ran straight into the Octane of Doombug back in front of the orange net, and he just could not go anywhere.
You have to be very worried about that. King Ranny, very capable in those one-on-one challenges. Classics tries to go over the top, but it will be taken away. You're correct. They were definitely made to work the other day. They were forced to respect Ducks on Quack. It's the flick up. Corrupted G is challenged, and he is taken out as well. Now it's going to be all down to Classics to see what he wants to do, and he does choose to play this a little bit more defensively. Play back down. Classics looking for an awkward bounce. It's just going to roll straight across. That is the easiest thing that King Ranny could really deal with. Now Doombug on the rotation out. Seems like neither team really willing to commit too heavily right now, but that could have been a huge mistake, and it is. King Rani taking another one.
The irony is nothing really too worth committing up until that point. Just Corrupted G gets a little bit of a flat clear and just goes right at the top of the box. And Rani says, hey, what the heck? Why not shoot it at the net? And Classics wasn't facing the right way. It hit the post and went right in.
Corrupted G prioritized the boost, and he has got a hold of it. For Kingdom, this is their perfect start. 2 goals on King Rani. Might be 1 on Doombug.
A pretty slow start, though.
It's a very slow start. But slow start will definitely suit King Doom.
And also Corrupted G and Classics liking to push that ball a lot towards the corners. Like to see them utilize a lot more of the space in the middle of the pitch, because I think if they're going to beat them, that's going to really be where it is.
The Geniuses definitely need to start upping the pace at this point in time. Classics. Back over to the corner. Going to try for something, but there's going to be Doombug able to read that one pretty easily. This pretty low boost on Corrupted G means that the escape is possible for King Doom. That is a huge clear, though. King Rani already around. He's got loads of boost. He's got plenty of options. The Genius is struggling to shut him down at this point. Over the top. Doombug, though, just cuts off Classics. I think I see what the problem is. Classics, whenever I've seen him at his best, is all caps in his name. There is not a single cap. He's going to go over the top. Classics can drop that one straight in. That looked a little bit tense right there. But this time, physics will favor him.
He kind of just rushed it down. And again, expected a lot of shots out of midfield. Tried to close the distance. They were close, to be fair, but close doesn't mean anything. And, you know, Classics, if he's good at one thing, it'll be putting the ball on target from anywhere in the pitch.
Drop to G now. 1-on-1. Have they got this game back? No, there's going to be a block there from Doombug. Just over 100 seconds left in game number 1. 1 goal separates these two teams.
Oh,
and there's going to be the shot. Wow. King Rani there to save, but for Doombug, that needs to be cleaned up. Cannot afford to do that at this stage of the tournament.
Oh, free.
Big clear. Not going to be on target, but Doombug is still around. That 2-goal lead reestablished.
Yeah, and that's EG trying to get something going here late into the game. Tried to win a challenge, and Classics was waiting up for it. Unfortunately, they ended up losing it, and it was just a free breakaway. There's no doubt about that one.
And King Rani incredibly happy with the position they find themselves in. Evil Geniuses have got to move forward. They've got to throw the kitchen sink. That's going to be a 3rd goal up. Doombug now with a brace of his own, and for Evil Geniuses, they came into this one as the favorites. They are definitely not playing like it.
Yeah, Classics cheated up. Ball went sideways, went back to get the boost. Doombug went for the boost to start with, and he just beat Classics to that ball and shot it to the far post. There's no chance for him.
It's pretty rare that Evil Geniuses have a kickoff goal scored against them. That's happened this time around. Corrupted G.
Oh, dear. Oh, he missed it.
Make this into a real match, but he just put that one off the target. And King Doom, they can play at the slowest pace they want to. It's all up to Evil Geniuses. 3 goals is the separator. King Rani offering the option.
Yeah. They're just going to have to launch the ball downfield, and that's going to play right into Rani and Doombug's hands. They're going to be waiting so far back in their own half, saying, if you want to beat us, you're going to have to beat us slowly, and that's just going to cost time.
Back to the corner yet again. It's going to be an awkward bounce. Just off the backboard. Time still ticking away, and they're not getting great opportunities. Corrupted G. So after the bump, that was way too much of an angle for Classics to put in.
It's a good
now
idea.
Now Doombug can make it 5 goals to 1. Game 1 will be secured. And King Doom, they've taken down Allegiance, and now they're looking to take down Evil Geniuses.
It's a pretty good idea at the end there from Evil Geniuses, but, you know, you said there was no way he was going to be able to score from that angle, and you're absolutely right. They're just trying to make something happen. They're seeing if they can get one, just moving into the next game, be like, all right, let's just put the ball in the back of the net so we can feel a little bit better about how this game 1 went. And it was just interesting. I was surprised that Corrupted G and Classics played that ball so many times into the corner. And, you know, Rani and Doombug, while they may not be of the same caliber of players, Corrupted G and Classics, you know, they're good enough to not get beat by things in the corner.
Well, making me regret my confidence just a little bit as game 1 is over. And on set, Evil Geniuses, they sort of came out a little bit flat-footed there.
Yeah, very flat-footed. Much different to what we saw from Cloud9. Cloud9 seemed to come out the traps very hot. You know, converted a lot of the chances they created. But you can see why some of the guys on the internet were saying, you know, Kingdoom, they could well take this series. I did slide the Joker card we created up yesterday to Achieves to see if he wanted to use it.
I said yesterday I'm picking EG. It's a it's a beautiful Joker card.
It is.
It honestly is phenomenal. But
Thank you.
I still like EG in this one. I think it's a poor game one, but I think they rally here.
Okay, well, Shogun, what did you make of that game, number one? Because, you know, Kingdoom had the opportunity to score a couple of goals on the breakaway early on there that really did set them up for the rest of the game.
I feel like it was a complete misstrategy from Evil Geniuses to play the first 2 minutes as slowly as they did. Just, why would you do that against one player in the form of King Rani? That doesn't make all that much sense to me. And by the time that they managed to fix it, they were already 2 goals down, leaving gaps open, and Kingdoom could just take advantage. I mean, once they had the 2-goal leads, most of their goals came from half-field clear shots. So Evil Geniuses, they've got to be a lot faster heading into these next few games because they can't afford to do that again. And
I still want to see Classics, especially because I think Classics is more inclined to the dribble than Corrupted G is. I really want to see Classics just try and beat King Rani and Doombug on a dribble because I think Classics can absolutely do that. Yeah, he likes to take a lot of shots from far away, but he's also a very lethal guy when he gets the ball on the hood. And with those dominance like that, get some strong flicks on that car. And I kind of want to see Classics beat King Rani and Doombug at their own game and be like, look, if you want to win, you're going to beat me on this.
Okay, well, obviously EG find themselves down by 1, the favourites for a lot of people coming into this game. We're going to move on to game number 2 pretty soon. I mean, we're looking at this, and you have to remember, this isn't the be-all and end-all for either of these teams. You know, there is another potential qualification game coming up for the losers of this game, but I mean, you can see why maybe some people question Evil Geniuses now with a performance like that in the first game of a series.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because this has sort of been the thing that has separated them from that top tier where they can drop it against other teams where some other ones, you know, would sort of dominate, which we already did see from Cloud9.
Oh, this
is going to be a great block there from Classics.
What a play.
Although Doombug pushing it straight over to the corner. King Rani looking for a clear. That wasn't quite as powerful as he wants, but he can follow it up. Almost managed to bait Classics. Corrupted G with a challenge. Classics already there. Now trying to get over the top. There is King Rani though once again for a block, and Doombug actually rams it straight into his teammate. Corrupted G can finish that one off. Early lead for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, that's not what you like to see. Doombug gets a nice clean catch, and Rani is saying, I'm going to go get this boo. Oh.
That's... I don't know who to blame for that one. That is just unfortunate.
It was a weird one. There's no doubt about that.
Evil Geniuses now with the lead. And Kingdoom, who did all of the leading during the last game, will be forced to try and bring this one back. And that is the individual play from Classics. Achieves, you wanted to see some of that. And Classics has just delivered.
That's what I wanted. He didn't even do it with a lot of boost. He only had 20 in the tank, and King Rani gave him all the space in the world. He says, you want to beat me? Do it. And Classic said, if you insist.
2-0. This is a complete role reversal here. Fake kickoff. Classics picks up the middle boost. It's gone straight for net. Tried to see if he could pick out Doombug. Doombug was already looking over at Classics over in the middle. Classics just sort of saying, if you go for this, I'm going to block it.
That's always the fun part, right? Force Doombug off the ball, they get a possession on it. They don't convert it, but it's always funny to see pros just, like, call your bluff, you know? Be like, you're going to challenge that? All right. And then they immediately just leave.
Classics back over to the side. King Rani on here. He's got 5 boosts. He's got nothing anymore. Doombug going straight for net. Classics pushes it straight to the corner. He's going to go and try and pick up that boost. It's going to be between him and King Rani. King Rani now on 0. It's going to be Doombug all by himself who just launches straight into the ball. That's certainly one way of buying some time. How's Corrupted G going to get this one out to Classics? Just waiting over there in the middle. That could very well be it, but that is
tough.
A ridiculous angle to try and ask for. I think he might have got it on target, but there was no way that was going to get past the defender.
Yeah, right towards the middle of the net. Second shot, though, and Doombug's there. And right now, Doombug and Rani under a ton of pressure, struggling to get on the boost in the tank and hold on to this ball. They just have to clear this one just so they can go have time to grab some boost. But again, I don't think that really fazed them too much during Allegiance. They were willing to sacrifice boost to stay on top of challenges out of the midfield. Might take the same approach here versus EG. Don't see why not.
Certainly do have some choices, and something that has really been very prevalent for a lot of the teams that we see making it to the later stages of this tournament, where you do have that backup option, where you do not even necessarily have two different ways of playing, but a way of adapting your style of play to make it more effective against someone else's. It's Classics with the follow-up. And Evil Geniuses have very much slowed this one down. They're not taking too many risks. They've got their 2-goal lead. It's very much what we saw from them during day number 1, where
yeah, get your lead and just hang on to it.
They were very happy just to make games, you know, we're in the lead and it's done. You know, it's all up to you.
And that's really what it's all about, too. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we saw Cloud9 pretty much walk all over FlyQuest in their 3 games, you know, except for game number 1. That was a 7-3 or something, but it really was like a 4-3 game, you know.
Oh, what an infield pass that is, and Corrupted G levers that into the top of the goal.
It's just a weak clear there from Ranny. I think he was a little bit scared of Classics coming to challenge that one a little bit sooner, so he just tried to get a touch on the ball. And Classics was just waiting in the midfield, said, okay, good clear, buddy. Just handed it off to Corrupted G, and he rocketed one.
So 3-0. Kingdoom have struggled to create even a single opportunity, really, that has tested Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, only 2 shots so far in game number 2, and again, it's that boost timing in this one. They just haven't had the time to grab the boost, get the ball, and then go on offense. They've kind of had to choose one or the other a lot of the time.
Oh, no way! King Ranny! That is how you get yourself back into a game.
This is such a great touch as well. Not an easy catch off the side wall. Has to come from above the ball. Gets right under it. Gets a little bump. Help from Doombug over on the bump with Corrupted G as well. And that's a tough one. So well played, Ranny.
Well, they needed some sort of spark. Evil Geniuses were squeezing the life out of this game. And Kingdoom able to respond in a big way. They definitely looked like it needed an individual bit of inspiration. King Ranny able to provide exactly that. Doombug, that is a very weak touch though. Set up for the shot. And Doombug forced to push that into the corner. 2 goals separating. 50 seconds on the clock. King Ranny just pushed that straight into the path of Corrupted G, who's going to look for Doombug, who managed to avoid the demo.
He avoided the demo, but at what cost, Shogun? He had to give up the ball.
Well, might not be worth too much, though, is okay. Doombug from the half court with a launcher into the net.
He had to give up the ball for all of, 4 seconds, and then he got it right back.
Considering the angle he came in at that is a ridiculous amount of power.
That is actually a nutty shot, I agree. Came straight across, tilted the car forward, caught it on the corner. If you're going to hit the ball hard, it's where you got to hit it, right off the corner of the car, and he struck it well.
Evil Geniuses now, after doing so well, slowing down the pace and making Kingdoom really struggle to create much of anything, have now put themselves in a tight situation. Oh. Doombug had beat him to the ball. 18 seconds now. Kingdoom are smelling blood in the water. Double tap here from Doombug. It's Corrupted G with the clear. King Ranny, he's got one more opportunity to create. Fakes out. He's got Classics out. He's going to use that wall yet again. Can't make it a second time around.
Last chance. Oh, he got bumped. He's done.
Classics is going to drop that one straight down. It was a frantic end to game number 2, but it is a win for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, much tighter than EG would have liked to admit there. You kind of saw the reckless abandon come out from Doombug and King Ranny. They said, look, we've got 2, we might as well go for it. But that, 15-second shot they punched off the bar, that's one's going to stick.
I feel like we've learned, the special zoners, don't threaten to 3-0 Kingdoom. Yeah. Because as soon as you start threatening that, they suddenly get much better.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was like they just came out of nowhere. And, King Ranny, I mean, that first goal that they managed to get on the board to give them a chance, a fantastic individual play from him. But at the end of that game, it was almost a tale of two halves, almost, that game. The start of it, Evil Geniuses got out to that lead, then they played a lot slower, kind of invited some pressure from Kingdoom, but we're dealing with it fairly comfortably. But towards the end, when Kingdoom did get that spark, and this goal here from King Ranny, they dominated the last few minutes. They could have easily sent that game to overtime.
Well, and the reason they dominated
they arguably should have sent that game to overtime.
Oh, they absolutely should have. That missed shot at the 15 or so second mark is really going to stick in their minds a little bit, but it really is a tale of 2 halves, and the difference was Classics and Corrupted G, I don't feel like they backed off any more than they were doing. It was just the timing worked out a little bit better. They were able to get the boost and move on offense and have a more coordinated attack, and they got to stay on offense a little bit longer. And it resulted in some extra chances. Problem was they just didn't convert that.
The goals that they conceded pretty much came out of nowhere, really. I can't fault Evil Geniuses for the goals they conceded. I mean, the King Rani one, I don't think he saw that one coming until he'd already had the ball bounce off his card to go into the net. So I don't necessarily blame them for that, but it was much tighter than I thought they expected.
Yeah, well, I mean, EG, they have tied up the series at 1-1. Again, not looking 100% comfortable, but you have to say congratulations to Kingdoom for the way they played the end of that game to make it uncomfortable.
So here's the curious bit, is that obviously we've got this bit, and we're talking about sort of teams that are looking to do well. Evil Geniuses, they have to look past this a little bit, because remember, whilst we do have 4 qualifiers from this stage, at the next stage, only 1 team goes through.
Yes.
And the big target right now is Cloud9. So we're looking at this and saying, Evil Geniuses, you should be up there, at least being able to challenge Cloud9. But we just saw what Cloud9 did to FlyQuest. Yeah. They've got to put in a performance that's equal to that. Yeah,
we say about laying down the marker, essentially, in games, and you're looking at Cloud9, you're thinking, they're the team to beat. Yeah, exactly. They're the team to beat. And Evil Geniuses, we're looking for them to come out and give that similar level of performance, but they're not giving it to us at the moment, which is a worry for them moving forward.
Absolutely. And but at the same time, I don't think you can approach it in that way. You got to think, let's get through this portion, then we can worry about how we focus on the regionals, because, you know, you look too many steps ahead, you eventually lose sight of what's right in front of you. And if you do that, Doombug and King Rani are going to beat you.
Very curious as well, because as analysts, we sort of look at different scorelines as being impressive for certain types of teams and the way they play. You know, if I'm looking at Cloud9, I see a 7-3, and I think, okay, that was a pretty good game for Cloud9, but if I look at Evil Geniuses, I'm more looking at a 3-0. You know, less goals scored, but also less goals conceded.
Ooh.
Classics, back up. He's got 2 players out here, and Corrupted G, he's not going to miss that one. Kingdoom, they need to clean up this first minute a little bit, because this happened last time as well.
Yeah, a little heavy on the commit there. Some poor communication.
King Rani, you don't need to be going for that.
Exactly. It just went up. Really didn't have to. No faith, as we like to say, and it cost him.
A double commit. We'll put Evil Geniuses back into the lead.
You know, the good thing is that's the first double commit I feel like we've seen in a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single double commit in the corner since yesterday. And quite frankly, that's long enough for me to be happy.
Small mercies, right?
It's the only one I've seen all week. King Rani. Trying to push this one straight down, but it's not going to be enough, as Doombug already rotating back. Classics is really starting to make the midfield his home, but that is a bump.
Nice
Corrupted
bump.
G is now out, and Classics, he's not going to be able to react in time. Evil Genius is getting a little bit of their own medicine.
Yeah, that's a great play from Doombug there. Says, get out of the way. Classics was thinking, wait, I don't have time to get this boost because I was just about ready, and by then it's too late. Help is right.
Help me!
Now, who was saying that? Was that?
That's definitely Corrupted
Okay,
G.
okay.
Gets louder as he goes past. Help! King Rani. Very happy they've managed to tie this one up as quickly as they did.
Mm-hmm. Get you right back into it. You feel ready to go, especially in a swing game. Feels great.
Corrupted G out. That's going to be just helped on by Classics. It's not going to trouble King Rani all too much, but that boost is available, and Corrupted G just nabs that one away, and that's going to make life a little bit more difficult for Kingdoom, especially as they are trying to commit to this right-hand side.
And that is really what beat them back in that game number 2. They just didn't have that coordinated push on offense. Not enough boost in the tank, not enough time to get it and stay on offense.
These boost canisters have been
Fickle.
so prevalent and so important.
Oh, no.
Doombug, that's not a good bit of contact at all. Oh. And Kingdoom, I feel like we talked about this during the last series as well, where you have to work so hard for your goals, but they keep giving away a lot of very weak ones.
Yeah, there's 2 things that I think Doombug was trying to accomplish there. One, get that sort of slightly softer shot up into the upper right-hand corner, throw him a change-up, see what they did with it. And then I think midway, he decided that he wanted to hit it really hard, but it was already too late.
As a professor of the school of hitting the ball very hard, I can tell you have to commit.
Oh, no!
Doombug! Okay, please, no! Oh, finally! No, it will not be in! Corrupted G just plays it away. The heartbreaker for Kingdoom.
I'm devastated for them.
Onsets to the side of me just sort of
Jeez.
I've never seen him that shocked, to be honest. That's got to get out of their minds as well, because they need to get this goal back.
You have to. And the sooner they score, the sooner they can let that one go.
They look a little bit disjointed since then. A couple of double commits.
I'd be a little bit flustered too if I missed 3 quality shots on net.
King Rani, early shot from him.
All right, get this one, Doombug. Oh, just past that. He's greedy. He wants to fix it himself. No.
I bet he's still caught it. It's not over yet. This is still that play. Okay, we haven't given that one up just yet.
Hang on.
Unfortunately, it is in the past at this point. They've got to find a way out of this defensive position. Classics. Just taking his time a little bit. Drop to G is out there.
Ooh.
That is going to be played past.
Classics has to buy a little time here. Not the easiest play. Weak clear. Pass. Rani needs boost.
Rani's got boost now. Off the backboard. Crop to G is not there. There's the follow-up and Doombug!
Oh for 4. One more.
So, no. It's going to be the save. Corrupted G will clear that away. I'm a little bit speechless at this point. I feel so bad for him. I really do.
Just morale destroying. It's like, yes, we're getting so many great chances, and we've missed all of them. Oh.
And for King Rani, you have to keep trusting him. We've not seen a single player manage to, 2v1, especially not against Evil Geniuses. He's got to trust his teammate. He's got to keep putting him into a good position. Doombug. That could drop straight down.
Nope.
You know Doombug's first goal is just going to be one of those, of course. That's what's going to go in.
And you know as soon as it goes in, he's going to be like, yes!
Well, he needs it within the next 30 seconds, though. Doombug, after being demoed, as the ball pushed over to the corner. 2-1 still. 1 goal separates. A goal for Evil Geniuses will shut this one down, though. And a goal for Kingdoom will potentially send us to overtime. Another good challenge there from Classics. Just going to stick around. He's not going to go anywhere at this point. One more throw of the dice.
Too hard.
King Rani trying to chase this down with everything he's got, but he does lose the challenge.
All right, good catch. Here we go.
Doombug's going to keep this alive now. It's a good bounce. King Rani is there. Is Doombug going to go the entire way? Is it the redemption story? No, it is not. King Rani, though, with the ball around, that is going to put down onto the floor. I have never seen something like that before in Rocket League.
I cannot believe what we've just seen. That is heartbreaking. Unfortunately for Kingdoom, I feel like Evil Geniuses didn't just beat them. I feel like Kingdoom just beat themselves, unfortunately. Not a game they're going to want to watch back anytime soon.
There's nothing to say about it either.
Especially in a swing game as well. You know, if it's a game 1, it's like, okay, we're kind of feeling our way into the series. But in a big swing game in a series,
it's like the scoreline of this game should have been 5-2 Kingdoom, and you're sitting here on the verge of having to play another one in a couple of minutes.
I mean, it's so frustrating as well because the goal that they scored was brilliant from Doombug, but then the goal they concede immediately afterwards.
And then just all the missed shots. This one was so free. Just went on autopilot, you know?
And this. I mean,
they tried to be a bit cheeky there.
Gilt edge opportunities there. And even towards the end there, that shot,
just gutting.
Even if you feel like if they put one of those away towards the end and send it to overtime, they've got so much momentum behind them that, you know, there's a chance they take it. But now they're down 2-1, and now they're facing a game where they could potentially drop down to the lower bracket if they don't tie this up and send it to a game 5. But I mean, EG are doing the bare minimum at the moment to qualify. And they have won the game. That's the most important thing for them. They have won the game. I mean, this game 3, I'd love to be a fly on the wall right now behind both these teams because I think EG are going to go feeling relieved. They're sitting there going, okay,
we should have lost that
one more game. Don't worry about it. One more game here. We've got 2 potential series points, 2 potential qualification points. But Kingdoom, they've just got to shake that off, right? They've just got to get back into it.
But how do you?
It's
you
like...
have to.
You have to, but how do you? It's one thing for us to say,
tell a joke. That's what you do.
If you can handle that, if you have a player in King Rani or Doombug, which actually King Rani might be like that, so I would actually believe that.
He's a streamer. I
would actually believe
he's got the ability for it.
If it was me and Shogun playing and Shogun had just missed all those, I'd sit in silence until about 5 seconds before the game started, and I went,
you'd be fine.
I'd literally go, You're going to score in this game. Because that's what you got to do. You got to lighten the mood, haven't you?
You do.
You do.
There's a lot on the line, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to weigh on them. But they really have to try and make sure it doesn't. They've got to keep each other and the morale up. They've got to trust each other. I mean, it's hard to say, but they've got to trust each other. The 2 goals that they've conceded have been from nothing, really. I mean, the first one was a double commit that King Rani didn't need to go for. The second one was a complete mistouch from Doombug. They need to sharpen this up a little bit, but the more mistakes that both of them make, the more they don't trust each other, and the more they're going to say to themselves, all right, well, I'll take over. And if they both try and take over, it's just going to be a domino effect. Yeah. They've really got to, freshen themselves up here. They've got a little bit of extended break between games, so I'm hoping that they've had an opportunity just to chill it out a little bit. Maybe Doombug's, maybe he's gone on Fickle Platypus's shots you shouldn't miss playlist.
Miss pack? Oh, man. That's a great callback. It's actually...
It's great.
It's a surprisingly difficult pack for how easy the shots are. You're like, yeah, I can hit that, until you realize you got to hit it perfectly. Then you're like, okay, never mind.
I don't like that you named it shots you shouldn't miss.
I know, because you feel terrible when you miss them.
Well, King Rani and Doombug have got to find some sort of response.
They started off well. I like that they're starting off on offense.
They pretty much have to. Doombug right up there. I think he just needs an early goal.
Mm-hmm. Or any goal, I think, is good enough at this point. Just a goal.
Just something to shake the cobwebs off. Doombug, this is the first big test. Gets the flick up. Classic. Double tap attempt.
Okay.
It's going to be set back up for Corrupted G, who I think has got more time here than he was actually expecting. Doombug on one single boost. And he is refusing to use it.
Boost is a crutch. Driving a straight line, OP.
Classics. Go straight for net. They're definitely doing what you mentioned earlier on, where we were expecting Classics to sort of be the main ball player. Corrupted G waiting off. Nice clear as King Rani is going to be trying to track back. And that shot from Corrupted G not on target.
And if you're Kingdoom, you just got away with one. So you got to put one in here.
I think if you're Doombug, you just looked at Corrupted G, missed, then you just went, oh, yeah, it can happen to everyone.
I feel that.
It's something that definitely can happen to absolutely everyone in the game as Corrupted G tries to get the clear out. Doombug, he's got time here, he's got options. No one's challenged him. You need a bit more on that. As King Rani's shot.
Oh, what a block.
Just keeps going.
Is he there? Yes, he is.
And that's going to be the follow-up. Doombug's got the goal. And that is going to be a distant memory for them right now. They've got 3 minutes to keep this going.
And the gigantic held breath from everybody as they saw Doombug go up for that.
Our hurricane has begun in the central region, all from the expended lungs from Doombug.
He needed that one, and that feels good to go up.
Flip reset attempted. Corrupted G actually managed to get it. And that's going to go over the top. Classics gets that just out of the reach of the keeper.
I really didn't think this one had a chance from all the way over here. But he times the bounce off the side wall, and, that Dominus is so thin, it's a lot easier to get behind those ones on the wall and just put some mustard on it. Placed it well.
Definitely gives you a little bit more option with where you can put the ball. Now Classics, can he get two? Kingdoom stuck on defense, and they can't do anything about that one. Evil Geniuses just flipping the switch. 2-1 up, 3 minutes remaining, and that lead for Kingdoom has evaporated.
Oh, that's a well-placed ball from Corrupted G. He saw Doombug was trapped in the net. He didn't want to go out and challenge the Classic shot. He didn't want to leave much of the net open.
Corrupted G has got to have the highest goals per touch ratio.
Yeah?
In North American Rocket League.
It's possible. He doesn't miss a lot of the ones he does take, that's for sure. Ooh. Good try from Classics. But a nice quick turnaround here.
Doombug tries to lock this one up, but Corrupted G's early recovery will take that one away.
That's always what I say the pros are the best at in the entire world. The ability to recover. So quick from just about anywhere on the pitch in any scenario. I think that's really what separates a great player from just top class.
Oh, the fake out of Corrupted G. They went for something special. Same would have been if that did go in. Now Doombug by himself against Classics. And that is a great clear, actually. Corrupted G forced to just tap that one straight down. And a little bit wasteful there, but Classics doesn't look too comfortable with the way he got rid of that, and that miss has opened up plenty of space now. Classics.
Here we go.
He's the one with boost, so Corrupted G gave it to him, and he forces it underneath. Great play there from Classics. 3 goals to 1. Evil Geniuses starting to rattle their way towards the next round.
That's my favorite way to dribble. Just buy all that space into the opposition zone and say, stop it if you can. Gets the center of the car right behind the center of the ball, and there's a lot of weight behind it. Tough to stop. Momentum is a powerful thing, Shogun.
Certainly is. We are in Twickenham, and that one was certainly bundled over the line. He's been taking some tips.
That's the most British thing I've heard on these broadcasts yet, I think.
Oh, really? This can get worse. I want you to know that.
Well, you know, I've seen games of football in my life. I've maybe seen half a game of rugby.
Okay. You have to watch one whilst you're over here, then, Achieves.
Bundled over the line.
Well, Doombug has to keep this going, but that was a very odd way of trying to move the ball forward. This could be his chance, though.
Oh,
he put it too low.
He
And 2 off target. King Rani.
He had the entire right side of the net.
Oh, he's got a second chance. Corrupted G with the flick up. King Rani got the double tap. It's not going to go in. Kingdoom can't buy a goal at this point in time, and it's going to get even worse for them. Ouch.
I hurt, Shogun. It's not my head. It's not my hands.
It's
not my body. It's my heart. And it's not because I really want King Rani and Doombug to win this series.
It might be all the carbonated drinks, to be honest.
It just... it hurts so bad to see all those chances not go in. Doesn't matter who's playing. Could be G2 versus NRG, and oh man, it's just terrible to watch. It's unfortunate.
You saw the desperation of theirs to get that goal. They knew if they scored it, they had a 1-goal game. So they threw absolutely everything at it, but that could have just finished off this series for them. But the good news...
Do they play first, or do they have a
They've got to play
break?
straight after this.
Oh, no.
So they are not going to have too much time to prepare themselves. But the lower bracket does beckon for Kingdoom. And for the second time this week when we watched Evil Geniuses, they have dropped a game. But to be honest, they've been the sort of the non-story of this. But they will be progressing on to the next round. They will be joining Cloud9 in the regional finals. A 4-1 victory in game number 4. Have they got one more in them? Nope. Doombug says if he's not allowed to score them, neither is Evil Geniuses, and Corrupted G is actually...
He wants one more. They really do.
That's still not hit the floor somehow.
All right, Classics.
All right, lads. Let's see this, shall we?
Okay. Oh, they wanted the pinch. Wow.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah, I agree too. And Doombug and King Rani are... it's going to be a quick bounce back. You got to come right back here, get back on the pitch for another series, and you said it on set, you know? You got to let that out of your mind.
Yeah, they're going to let it go, but congratulations to Evil Geniuses. They'll be our second qualifier from the Central region to the regional finals, so congratulations to them. A hard-fought series for them, though, but a very storied series, depending on what angle you're coming at it from. If you're an EG fan, you're happy you managed to scrape through. But in this game number 4, they actually came to life a little bit at the start, started showing some of what they can do.
It's kind of a... It really is which way you look at it, because, you know, if you're Kingdoom, you're saying, man, EG don't deserve that win. And if you're EG, you're saying, all right, good game, guys. We'll see you later.
It was it was basically a 4v2 on the pitch throughout that series.
A little bit,
it was Evil Geniuses and Kingdoom versus Kingdoom.
Yeah.
At times. I mean, there was a good start from Kingdoom, but as soon as they got the goals, they just dropped 2 pretty much immediately. You see right here, the open net for Evil Geniuses, but I mean, I'm not going to blame Kingdoom for that one. They needed to get the goal. They sort of threw everything at it, but after that, it was just sort of done. And you have to be a little bit worried at this point because you say that they've got to, you know, let it out their heads, but they've got to bounce back incredibly quickly.
They do, but they do have another chance. That's the good thing. It's not complete heartbreak at this point for the guys on Kingdoom. You know, Doombug and King Rani, they do have another shot. They have a shot of redemption is how I'm going to story this one up for us because, you know, they had their opportunities to make regionals there, and I'm sure if they don't make it now, they'll be looking back on that Evil Geniuses series thinking, what if? And that's definitely not what they're going to be wanting to do. But 19 goals were scored during that series. So thanks to our partners over at Soylent, that's That's 190 meals going over to the World Food Programme USA. Of course, just to remind everyone at home, and hopefully you do want to get involved, you can head over to wfpusa.org/Universal Open to contribute to what is a fantastic cause. Now, we're getting very much into the shark pick, gentlemen. Let's have a brisk bracket update. Let's have a look at who's swimming in the waters at the moment. 2 more games to come today and 2 more qualification spots. You can see Evil Geniuses. They're lit up like brisk in that beautiful yellowy green on the right-hand side. And then, of course, we have Kingdoom waiting to take on Ducks on Quack.
That's a scary Ducks on Quack, too.
Tough series for them to come off the back of that loss to Evil Geniuses straight into. And then, of course, we have FlyQuest, who lost to Cloud9 earlier in the day. They have another chance against Seoul Esports. Gentlemen, Kingdoom versus Ducks on Quack. Kingdoom have got to recover quickly here.
It is the battle of the Allegiance Slayers that we're going to be getting up here. I'm curious. I'm definitely curious. This is the one that I think is going to be the most difficult one to predict throughout the entire day. So don't go anywhere, because that is going to be ridiculous.
That is actually going to be our game number 4, I believe. Our next game is going to be FlyQuest versus Seoul Esports. And we want to hear from you guys at home, as always. Let us know your thoughts. Use the hashtag UOS2 to let us know who you think the final 2 qualifiers are going to be for the Central Region. The Central Region, which has provided some incredible entertainment so far, gentlemen. But that is going to do it all for now for our game number 2. We're going to have another break now. When we get back, it's another elimination / qualification match. It's going to be FlyQuest taking on Seoul Esports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.